starting my day with some fasted cardio. I'm not really a pro at this, so I'm trying to figure out how to make this thing go. Hold on. Alright, so I don't do anything crazy. I think I got it at like a 5.5 incline. Yeah, I like to hold on a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, this thing kind of reminds me of being on an escalator. I get kind of like woozy on those things. So at times I gotta like touch just to keep myself from falling off. But like Chanel always tells me, don't touch the sides. So I won't touch the sides best I can. But as you can see, like I said, it's fasted cardio. I didn't get any food in me. So I like to have some amino acids, some BCAAs. Pick your favorite kind. And that way I have something to kind of get me through this. So I'll probably do 30, 35 minutes. I'm just starting to get back into the fasted cardio mode. I've been a little lazy over the whole lockdown days. So I'm trying to get my body back into it. But you can hear my voice. I'm already starting to feel it. But that's okay. You build it up, and 5 minutes more every week. Before you know it, you're back up to 45, 50, an hour, whatever it is you do. Do about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to get some breakfast in me. That's my morning. I can't get the damn thing open. See? It'll get better. Alright, cardio done. Knocked it out. Okay, so now I get to make breakfast. I'm freaking starving, so let's get to this. Okay, I got my egg whites. This is a very simple breakfast, and it's pretty much the same thing every day. Got my coconut oil with the camera to focus on that. Are we good, camera person? Yes?
Don't ever call me your camera person.
Oh shit, alright. Are we good, Chanel? Every time I show a product or something I use, I have to wait for the camera to focus on the label. So that's what I just did there. I'm not like Vanna Whiting it, but kind of am. Okay, coconut oil. Doesn't matter, it doesn't have to be this brand, but that's what I use. Got my pan. I'm gonna go heavy on the coconut oil. Nothing worse than egg white crust. Many people know what I'm talking about that have done egg whites for a while like I have. Another thing, I use Kirkland egg whites. I'm used to Kirkland egg whites. They don't bother me. I don't even think they have a funny taste. I have heard a lot of people say they don't enjoy them. But you know what? If you don't enjoy them, you're in luck, because there are a variety of companies that make pasteurized egg whites that you can... These are pasteurized, by the way. You can drink these straight out of the carton. You're not going to get sick. Don't do that with a regular egg that you crack open. You're going to get salmonella. Not a good idea. This is not Rocky. There are consequences in the real world for eating raw eggs. So, moving on. Got my oatmeal in a nice pretty container right next to some raw almonds if you're interested in that. Those are more decorative because I never eat those. I made it all pretty. I used to just have my Quaker Oats sitting there in a little can with his smiling face. So that's a cup, more or less. I'm going to do about 2 cups. Add a little bit of water to this. Like I said, it's a very simple breakfast, people. And that's going to go in for 90 seconds. See how I've kind of got this on a time? My eggs are cooking. I know by the time I get that in there and I throw it in for 90 seconds, it's time to get on my eggs and start moving them around, or else I'm going to get that crust I was talking about. Only it's the burnt crust, and there's nothing worse than egg white crust except burnt egg white crust. So, grab my little plate. And thank you very much. See that? Okay. And I do my little egg whites. If you don't know how to cook egg whites, there's a lot of people like, oh, I don't know how to cook, man. So, you know, it's not easy for me. This is barely qualified as cooking, in my opinion. You're kind of just moving it around, and it's not even ready to be moved around yet, but you get it off the sides. It's pretty easy making eggs, man. Especially when you don't have to crack the eggs, you're just pouring it into the damn pan. So anyway, we'll fast forward through this. You don't need to watch paint dry or egg whites cook. So I was talking all that shit about crust, and then I fucking took my eyes off of it for a second, and I got a little crust. But that's okay, it's not that noticeable. It can be salvaged. Nothing a little bit extra hot sauce won't fix. That's the good thing about egg whites, is they're very forgiving, because even if you jack them up completely and you burn them or you crust them all up, hot sauce does wonders. Remember that. And there you go. Now here's what I like to do. Now you see what I'm talking about? You see this fucking gross shit right here? That shit will ruin your fucking day. So I'm pulling that off with my fingers. It is gone. Thanks for taking my spatula off the pan there. That was good. We went from the sound of the spatula. Look at that shit. Isn't that fucking gross? And you people talk about you want to put on muscle. This is the shit. Look at me. Look at me. You fucking look at me. This is the shit that I put up with every day. If you're not willing to go through this, then you're not ready to fucking... And you know what? You know what? I'm going to show you. You have to do what you have to do. Oh, fuck. Ah. That's a fucking bad idea. Alright, so there it is. Finished product, egg whites. I'm going to throw some sauce on this bitch. On a trip to New Orleans, one of the waiters, actually a couple of the waitresses, told us about Louisiana's Pure Crystal Hot Sauce, another product. Let me get that label going there. YouTube All-Star, good job. Not camera person. So, got the Louisiana Crystal Hot Sauce. You can find this in the grocery store usually, but this is the holy grail of Louisiana hot sauces. Not the one with the little rooster on it, not the one that says Louisiana hot sauce. Crystal hot sauce. This is what they eat in New Orleans. I highly recommend it. And like I said, hot sauce fixes all mistakes when it comes to egg whites. These are actually pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Those came out pretty decent. I've had some egg white days where I'm just like not feeling it, I'm just out of it, and the egg whites come out looking like Timberland boots. And I still eat them. I got my egg whites that have been sitting here, now they're cold and I'm still gonna eat them. And why you flipping me off? And then I got my oatmeal. Now Chanel is a oatmeal genius. She showed me to take, so you saw I put them in there as raw oats. So I'm able to spice it up a little bit. Some stevia, because stevia does not spike your insulin levels the same way that other artificial sweeteners do. Am I correct in saying that? That's how I understood it. If you're gonna go for a artificial sweetener, use stevia. She showed me I could use the pumpkin, what is it called? Pumpkin
pie spice.
Pumpkin pie spice.
Yeah, it has like nutmeg and cinnamon and...
So
but there's no sugar in it.
Basically makes your oatmeal taste like a pumpkin pie. Today I'm gonna drink some BCAAs that I still have left over from the cardio. I'm gonna fire up my phone and probably look at some stupid stuff on Instagram or YouTube. There you go. That's my morning. This is my routine. It's very easy. Although I don't recommend you repeat the egg crust stunt that I pulled right now because that was freaking nasty. But this is something anybody could do. Do your own version of this, but something clean, and it'll serve you better. At least if you're trying to do the whole gain muscle, lose fat thing, it'll serve you better than an egg McMuffin, I promise you. Although egg McMuffins are fucking awesome. Okay. Ooh. Hello. Alright, I got my drinks. Shout out to Bear and Adrenaline Shock. My favorite's the sour candy. And we've been trying to figure out, I think it tastes exactly what it sounds like. It tastes like exactly what it sounds like. You seem to think it tastes a little bit like watermelon with a little bit of tart. But I don't know. Sour candy.
It's either like the watermelon Sour Patch Kids or a green Jolly Rancher, or the apple Jolly Rancher. I'm not sure.
I don't remember if I've ever had or not. But I mean, they're good either way. I mean, would you agree they're not bad, right?
No, that one's actually pretty tasty.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. So I got a few of these, and I got I got 3 of these, and I got a cotton candy. So I haven't had that one yet. So I've tried the cotton candy Bang? Yeah, Bang. I used to really like that one. So these are, I like these better. So the only thing that's weird is the store. I really like the lady that runs this place. The store that I go to, or that we go to. But I don't know what it is. They always there's like filthiness on the top. So I'm always like freaked out about drinking it because, I mean, I know it's just dust, but
cockroach poop, you never know.
I don't know. I don't know. This is a pretty reputable company. You know, obviously they don't make, it's not their fault, it's just I think it's the cooler. But, you know, I always wonder, like, what the hell is that exactly? And the fact that it's got like a black top, it just makes it show even more. But that's not gonna stop me from drinking it, is it? Is it? You have to fucking do what you have to do, man. And right now I need some energy because we're on our way to the gym. So, actually, let me just go drink. Wow, there's that sound. That is good. I'm telling you. So if you haven't tried this, if you're an energy drink aficionado like myself, and you haven't tried this one yet, give it a try. Because I give it 2 stubby thumbs up. Smashed your head.
I did.
Oh, jeez. You okay?
Yeah.
It's because my truck's a bumpy ride. I drive like an ass.
Life with you is a bumpy ride.
Right? That's not a song. That's a highway. I was thinking. I was going, life is a highway. No, but it's. You didn't say highway. You said a bumpy ride. Dip. We're gonna have to go to Chipotle because we're trying to get something quick, right? So we got a busy day. So. Let's just grab Chipotle. We're gonna go have like a real meal at some point, but for purposes of post-workout, we're gonna go with nasty, gross Chipotle. The only thing about Chipotle, well, I was gonna say it's consistently gross, and at the end of the day, all you can ask for really is consistency, but sometimes it's actually bomb. It just depends where you're at and who's working and portions, man. Dude, you can read, like, it's sad because it's like I can look at whoever's working and I can tell how big my lunch is going to be when I go to Chipotle. Because you got the person that's like, oh yeah, I'm going to sprinkle like 3 pieces of meat on your freaking plate. And then you got to play the whole Jedi mind trick where you're like, yeah, I'll have steak. Don't order the double steak at first, just say steak. And they do the serving, and then you're like, oh, you know what, double steak. I'm sorry, let me get a double steak serving. Then they have to go back. Because if you just tell them double in the beginning, you're going to get the same amount as if you would have got if you just said regular. Or 1 scoop. So that doesn't always work, but that's one trick you can use. But why has it got to be that way? Chipotle, come on, man. So we'll see who's working today. There's one guy that works at this particular Chipotle where we're going, and he fucking hooks it up. I think he probably likes you, but he likes to give us extra food. So we'll see if he's working today. I think today's the day he works, isn't it? I can't remember.
You act like I know. I don't even like Chipotle anymore.
I know, it's fucking gross. Is there anywhere else we can go?
Not out here.
The problem with the places we like, they're sit-down places. So we like Roadrunner Cafe. That place is bomb, but it's a sit-down place. You can get takeout, but it's also on the other end of town. So I guess we're just gonna grab something quick. I didn't bring any food, so we're gonna have to grab some stuff. That's okay. It's just one meal. There's like 5 more meals to go. It'll be alright. You can always have one whatever meal. Doesn't have to always be memorable. You, on the other hand, though, you don't eat that much. So one not so good meal for you is kind of like almost ruining your day as far as meals go. With me, I just eat it and shit it out and I'm on to the next one before I even remember anything about it. So,
wow.
What? Oh, so we were talking about, like, since this is like the new version of YouTube, like Paul's YouTube 2.0, I wasn't gonna talk about like poop jokes or poop talk so much because for some reason, like,
but you spend so much of your life taking a shit, you might as well.
Well, when you eat that much food, I mean, it has to go somewhere. You can't absorb it all. You gotta constantly be making room. So, you know, such is life, man. Sometimes you gotta spend a little bit of time in the restroom.
You're just giving your contributions to the porcelain gods, or what?
It's a sacrifice to the porcelain gods. Yeah.
Wow. Sooner or later, that Michaelis guy is gonna find your YouTube channel and have a fucking heyday with all the dumb shit that comes out of your fucking mouth.
Okay, post-workout, very, very easy, very simple. Chipotle. I got steak and rice, and I did the little trick that I talked about, where I said, "Oh, let me get steak," and then she did the steak, and then oh, you know what? How about double steak? And then I think I got more. So whatever. And then I'm being a little bad today. It's a Sunday, man. 2 chicken tacos, just chicken and the tortilla, which is not the greatest carb, but it's all right, post-workout. So here you go, chow down a little bit. You've got your keto-friendly bowl, no carbs. Being a good girl, sticking to the diet while you stay lean. Right, so anyway, we were just talking on the way over here about some movies that you've been introducing me to. So we watched a really, really weird one last night that I've never seen before. It was, what was it called? It had Robert Duvall in it.
No, that was THX 1138.
Say it again?
THX 1138.
Yeah, THX 1138, which is one of the worst fucking ideas for a movie title that I've ever heard in my life. But whatever. So we watched that.
Hey man, that was George Lucas's first fucking movie.
It was George Lucas's first movie. Probably should have been his last, but he got another chance. Thank God he made those really great movies, because that movie's trash. But we watched it and it was not.
I think that was first. I think that came before American Graffiti.
It did.
Okay, I know that it was before Star Wars.
So I was so fascinated with how bad that movie was.
There
were parts of it that were cool because I couldn't turn it off. Obviously, I'll just turn some shit off if I can't stand it. But so I did some research on it, and it was like he did that movie. It did not do well. Because most of the people, the advertising budget for it got slashed after the studio saw how bad it was, or how bad they thought it was, because they just didn't get it. There wasn't stuff like that out there. I think it was ahead of its time. And then the next movie he did was American Graffiti, so he redeemed himself, and that cleared the way for Star Wars, and then you guys know the rest.
Wait, have you ever seen American Graffiti?
No.
Son of a bitch! And I've taken you to Mel's Diner. You're gonna have to fucking watch that.
What the hell?
You'll have to watch American Graffiti to figure out.
Hollywood?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was an American Graffiti thing there.
It's you gotta watch American Graffiti to understand Mel's Diner. I will tell you this much about American Graffiti. It takes place in Bakersfield because that's where George Lucas grew up.
You grew up in fucking Bakersfield?
Yeah.
Okay.
So they taught me this in my history of the motion picture class. So I don't know. I could be wrong, I could have been misinformed, but that's what I was told. So that's what it's based on. So Mel's Diner is just something that's kind of like in American Graffiti, and that's, I guess, where it came from.
Okay.
And we also watched parts of 2001: A Space Odyssey last night, but I didn't know you'd never seen that before.
Yeah, you turned it up. I actually wanted to watch it.
I didn't want you to watch the last part of it without seeing the first part of it, so we're gonna have to watch that another time.
But I got interested. He was talking to like this little rip-off of like a...
Hal.
Yeah, Hal. A rip-off of Flight of the Navigator.
Hey yo, this was long before Flight of the Navigator. But Flight of the Navigator's bomb too.
Well, I got food in my mouth. So, the part where the robot's telling him, like, basically, I heard you talking shit.
Yo, you can't be fucking ruining it for people who haven't seen it yet.
It's like 40 years old, this movie. You haven't seen it by now.
I think it's older than that, dude.
It probably is. Dude. Yeah, it's like 50 years old almost. That's crazy. So, it's the 70s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the robot's like basically like, dude, I heard you talk. This is not how he says, obviously. My interpretation of it. He was like, look, I heard you talking shit. You tried to not let me see, but I read your lips, and I know you're planning on shutting me off, so I'm gonna kill you. Basically what he tells him. And the guy's like, oh shit, how? No, I didn't mean it. And then the next part is him like trying to get back on the ship, I guess. So, I mean, you're like, you don't get to watch it anymore, and you turned it off. Because I didn't get to see the beginning.
Well,
Whatever.
I think we should have like a Stanley Kubrick night. You gotta watch A Clockwork Orange too.
You told me that movie's fucked up, though.
It is hella fucked up. I already made you watch Eyes Wide Shut though. Although, okay, Clockwork Orange is way more sick and twisted, but Eyes Wide Shut is kind of hard to sit through.
I don't like that movie. I've seen enough fucked up things.
So, what are we gonna watch tonight? Should we watch something Tim Burton. Who we should.
Yeah. Not Scissorhands though.
No. How about Pee-wee's Big Adventure? Did you know that that's a Tim Burton movie?
I didn't know that actually.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird because I wouldn't. Yeah, I could see it now that you say it. Yeah, we could watch that. I'll watch that. Oh, you know the dinosaurs. The dinosaurs from that movie are like a little bit drive that way. I used to drive past it all the time. Well, with my parents or every time I drive by. That's the Pee-wee's, the movie spot.
Yeah, the diner's closed now though.
The diner's
they tore
gone.
it down.
They tore it down. But
Tell them Large Marge sent ya.
but the sign is still there that says "Eat."
Yeah.
They didn't tear that down.
Yeah.
But the dinosaurs are still there.
Yeah.
We should go drive out there.
There you go.
Drive out there for all the viewers at home. And for us. It'd be cool.
Yes.
You know, you want it?
Yeah.
I think they painted them like funny colors for the holidays.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so it won't quite be like the movie, especially since the diner is gone. But what do you want, man? It's like 50 years later. Huh?
It wasn't that much long ago, but yeah.
When was Pee-wee?
I think Pee-wee's Big Adventure was either the late 80s or early 90s. Probably the late 80s, I would think.
Is Pee-wee still alive?
Paul Rubens is still alive. The dude who was caught beating his meat in a movie theater.
Well, he did do that, but in his defense, that's what that theater was designed for. Have food on me? Oh,
yep.
Jesus Christ. That's what that movie theater that he was in was designed for. It's not like he went to go watch The Little Mermaid and started beating off.
Whoa. Whoa. That's really bad. I mean, it's bad all around.
But you know what I mean? It's like people act like...
Yes, I know. He went to a fucking peep show movie theater thing.
Yeah, and he got caught up. Which, I mean, you'd be like, you go there to do that. I would never go there to do that, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but it'd be like, you went to Chipotle.
This was like back in the days before you could watch porn on your phone. You like had to like seek it out to find it.
I wonder if he had a trench coat on. Seems like you go there with a trench coat on.
I don't know, man.
I'd be interested to find out. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to know.
My food's getting cold. Are you done talking?
Yeah, eat. Go ahead.
They repainted them.
Might be part over there. It's
Oh, wow.
not a whole lot to see out in our neck of the woods, but here's some shit you don't usually see. A giant T-Rex statue, dressed like, painted like, whatever you want to call it, Santa Claus. I challenge you to find some shit like that somewhere else. And if that's not good enough for you, we also got the giant brontosaur, apatosaur, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they call it now. And it's all grinched out and green. So we just saw that the door to it's actually a building in there. So the door's open, we'll probably go check that out. And I think it's like a gift shop, probably there might be some Pee-wee stuff in there, you never know. And then this used to be a slide, but I don't know if it's still working. There used to be a slide that went down the tail. They might have closed it. There you go. Take a look around, take it all in. Everybody else, this is the most people I've seen here, like ever. When was the last, we stopped here before, when was the last time we were here? Like,
over a year ago.
yeah, it was a long time. There wasn't really anybody here though. Everything else is closed down, so this is us taking pictures here. But, yeah. There you go. Walk around. Let's go check out the shop. Maybe there's something we want to buy. We can find something from movie night, like some snacks, some Pee-wee snacks. That doesn't sound good. Never mind. We'll find something. All right, we gotta take some pictures too. This is definitely Instagram worthy. Drove all the way down here. It's not that far, but we got our good look at our dinosaurs. Then we went in that gift shop, and the only thing that really tickled our fancy was this magnet. There's a, obviously you can see it's Large Marge sent me from the movie, just like we were talking about at lunch. So this is gonna go on the refrigerator in the kitchen, we decided. So then every time we go in there to get ice cream or, you know, whatever, get to look at it and remember, Large Marge sent me.
pretty fucking rad magnet, man.
I didn't say it was lame. It's just really small. They had like giant dinosaurs and like, you know, little dinosaur grabbers. You know, they look like the dinosaur head, and they had like all these dinosaur like action figure things and play sets. And I shit you not, because I used to be into all the Jurassic Park toys back when I was a kid, when the movies were out. Dude, it's the same freaking toys. The
I got
exact same
footage
toys.
of it so that I could show people.
It's the exact same toys. They just rebranded them, and it doesn't say Jurassic Park, so...
It's like basic bitch Brachiosaurus.
But it's the same toys, because I had some of those toys. I was even looking like, that's the same fucking toys. Because we watched that show, what was it? Toys from back in the day or whatever. It's on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I think that's like the toys that made us or something.
The toys
like
that made us. And they talk about like how all that shit works. And these molds for these action figures are like hella expensive to make. And when they're done, they're done. So they repurpose a lot of them and paint them different colors or put a different part on it. Well, how much you want to bet those are the... Well, you know they are. They're the same fucking dinosaurs. It's the same mold. They just put a different package because no one gives a shit about Jurassic Park anymore except us. Because we like that movie. But nobody's buying it like they were back in the day. So now they branded it with whatever the hell it said. Like, you know, Bob's Dinosaurs or whatever it was.
Dinosaur World.
Yeah, it was something stupid like Dinosaur World or... But I mean, whatever. It's the same cool toys. So I guess, you know, there was kids walking in there like going nuts for it. So I guess it works. I haven't been in that dinosaur since I was a kid, I think. And it looks a lot different. And a lot shittier than I remember it. But they got these cool magnets for sale. So if you ever come down and you want to go in there, you can see some cool shit. There's some statues and stuff. And they had some dinosaurs behind the glass. You can get this in a t-shirt, a patch, a button, a hat. They had everything. But kind of a cool little stop. So I'd say it was worth it, right? No? Not so much?
Something to do. It got me out of the house. I'm happy.
Yeah. Now we do a little drive back, and by the time we get back, it's time to eat again. Yay! We're gonna eat again?
Okay.
We might eat again. And,
I know you have to eat again.
well, yeah, but it just depends. Am I gonna eat like my regular food, or are we gonna go somewhere?
Oh, are you excited about that? Should we?
Well, I was
Should
excited.
we?
I was excited about it before. I don't know how you're gonna feel, because Chanel's not like me. Chanel eats a meal at 12 in the afternoon, and come about 6, 7 o'clock at night when everybody's getting ready for dinner, Chanel decides that she's still full from lunch. That's kind of how you work. And then usually about like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, you're like, I'm hungry. And then that's when the In-N-Out run or the cereal usually comes out, the keto cereal. Or she takes these ice creams. I'm talking fully leaded, like Haagen-Dazs is like your go-to, the mint chip, or whatever. And she's just like, it'll take her like a week to eat a pint of ice cream. She just sits there. She does it with no spoon for the first part. So then just gnawing on this ice cream. So that's usually her go-to.
I haven't done that in a while though, because I've been trying to lose weight.
No, you haven't done it in a while.
And hey man, I used to like put away a pint of ice cream in like 5 minutes, and now it takes me like a week.
Yeah, you used to put it down pretty easy, and now it's, you know, I mean, you haven't even eaten any ice cream that I've seen at least the last few days.
No.
But, and you stay skinny, like anyway?
I'm trying.
No, you do. And then today I was helping you film your YouTube video. I was helping Chanel film her YouTube video, and you can see all the cuts. She's doing her back workout.
Cuts.
I saw them. I filmed it.
Well, those aren't cuts, those are stretch marks.
I don't know what that was. But you look good, that's the point. I'm paying you a compliment.
Thank you.
There you go. Now you can take a compliment. I knew you could. Anyway, so we're going to head back now before it gets like really dark.
Which is in like 5 minutes, and it's 4 o'clock. This is great.
I know. I don't like this. I don't understand why we have to live like this. Why don't they just make the clocks normal? Or is it because the days get shorter?
Wow. And I'm blonde.
Yeah, well, you also screwed up on your analysis of
fucking
where...
movie nerd knowledge.
Yeah,
I totally fucking pissed the bed on that one.
Hey, so
or is it shit the bed?
You can piss the bed too. Either one is bad. So whoever is like a big time... Now I can't remember what we're talking about.
George Lucas.
George Lucas, that's right. All I could think was the other guy. So...
Stanley Kubrick?
Yeah. Now you're messing me up. So if you're a big time George Lucas fan and you just watched that and you were like screaming at the television, then there you go. Here's the correction. We were wrong. Well, really, somebody was wrong.
I was wrong. It's not
I was
Bakersfield.
complicit in that because I didn't stop her. And it was not Bakersfield. It was
Modesto. American Graffiti is based on his time growing up in Modesto in the 1960s.
Not Bakersfield.
No.
So we were wrong. We apologize. And there you go. Now we've corrected ourselves. See how I took ownership? That's how you know I got your back. I took ownership of your mistake.
Like you still were like, somebody was wrong. All right, let's hit the road, homie.
All right, let's go.
If we're gonna have to go eat, then I want to make sure we eat before it gets too fucking cold outside, since we're not allowed to eat
It's colder out here because we're in the past and there's wind and all that crap. And so it's like 70 right now, which is not everybody in the snow is like, really?
Well,
But
it was
that's
like
cold
100.
for us.
It was 124 like a month ago. Like we go from 124 to 70 real quick.
It got really cold really fast, like right after Halloween, and then for some reason the last couple days out where we're at, it started to warm up again. So I had to fire up the AC last night. So I don't know what's going on with that. It's probably just the last bit of summer just exhausting itself. So whatever. It'll be freezing cold, I'm sure, like next week. Some more stuff you don't see every day. Robotic Dinosaur Museum. It's a cave.
Fucking closed? What is that?
I'm not sure. I don't know that that's still there though. That looks like a trap. Okay, so we're going out to dinner. As you can see, we've shed our gym attire, or we can see me. You can't see her. Chanel looks really good. So we're going to our favorite place. Well, our new favorite place, Roadrunner Cafe, and we probably go there at least twice a week, if not more. And sometimes we get takeout, but we actually like the vibe. It's got a really cool feel to it. Almost like a place we go to out when we're going to LA or Hollywood or something like that. So, and the owners are really cool people, and everybody that works there is super rad, and the food is good. So that's the most important thing. If all that other stuff was true and the food sucked, obviously we wouldn't be going there. But the food is really good and the people are really cool, and it's actually a cool vibe. So the only thing is, we're not the only ones that know that, so it's probably going to be crowded. And even though everything's kind of messed up right now in California with the dining and everything, they have a really cool patio set up. So I imagine it's going to be pretty crowded. It's a weekend night, but the weather's really nice. So I think a lot of people are going to make their way out to the restaurant tonight. But it's only two of us, so even if it is a little bit away, it won't be that long. So we will cross our fingers. What are you going to have?
Probably the same thing I always have.
I hope they had this steak dish last time, and it wasn't like an everyday thing, and it was really good. It had truffle butter on it, so that was exciting, just the name alone, right? And then, at least for me, and then but it was really good, like no joke. It was probably one of the best steaks I've ever had.
That was really gross. You totally just implied that you're like into truffle butter.
I'm not into it. It was a joke, like it's from the song, right?
It's gross.
Look, I think we're in the spot.
Yeah.
Okay, good enough. Good enough for who it's for, as Chanel likes to say. Let's go get some good food. Okay, so to finish off the night, we gotta do the ceremonial hanging of the magnet that we got, the large Mars magnet that we got at the Dinosaur today. So,
Ceremonial.
that's right, it's ceremonial. It's the end of the night. This is how you finish off the... What better way to finish off the YouTube video? I can't open the fucking thing. There we go. Jeez. Anyway. Okay. So it's actually really nice. It's like really shiny. Except for that part. It's sharp too. I think I'll freaking cut you, man. So if you ever get into trouble and you don't have time to get anything else, you just pull this off and just throw it at somebody's neck like a throwing star. I don't know if that's how you do that. We're gonna put it right here. Oh, there it goes. And that is the end to a perfect day.